भवति तस्मै तं हदेवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। सर्वोपप्लवरहितः प्रज्ञानघनः प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि। वेदान्तार्थविभासकाय गुरवे शान्ताय सन्न्यासिने नानावादिनगेन्द्रसङ्घपवये योगीन्द्रवन्द्याय च मोहध्वान्तदिवाकराय भगवत्पादाभिधां बिभ्रते तस्मै भाष्यकृते नमोऽस्तु सततं पूर्णाय बोधात्मने। So the search to find fulfillment is the basic human pursuit. In what you designate that fulfillment could be different. Somebody can say that, I'm going to find fulfillment in earning more money. Somebody says that in building relationships, in acquiring power, position, recognition, whatever, so on and so forth. But one thing for sure, and that is that each one is trying, pursuing, only wanting to have fulfillment, that completeness, where he doesn't want to see that I lack something. All that he wants to eradicate is the sense of incompleteness, the sense of limitation, the sense of incompleteness itself is called as dukkha. There is no other dukkha other than this. Now, if this sense of incompleteness was to be a fact about this I, that I is incomplete, then it wouldn't be a problem. If it was to be the nature of I, it wouldn't be a problem, because if something is natural to you, it doesn't become a problem. It's natural for your eyes to see colors and forms. It is not a problem. It is natural for the monkey to jump around. If the monkey is not jumping, then it is a problem. You're going to say the monkey is sick. So something what is natural can never become a problem. The very fact that I want to get rid of it, the sense of incompleteness which chases me everywhere. Even if you go to Swargaloka, it will come behind. Hey, you are going to find something is still lacking. Even if you become the Indra, and you still will find that there is something that is lacking, needs to be acquired, attained, wanted. It is not natural. It is not natural because all your life you're sincerely striving to get that out, eradicate it. If it was natural, why would you? Nobody tries to see through the ears, or nobody says that I have problems because my eyes are able to see. Natural. It is not. You're trying to get that out. So now, there is something to be understood that this pursuit, wanting to be complete, is not a pursuit, a desire which is implanted from outside by anyone. Wanting to have a particular kind of a car, house, things, these are desires which are imported. These are implanted from outside. But wanting to be fulfilled is not something that is taught by anyone. It is not taught to you by your parents, politicians, teachers, neighbors. Nobody teaches this. It is a most natural desire. More clearly, one starts seeing this is the basic desire, as this is the real desire. Even though I may be wanting to have several other things, yet what I really want is only fulfillment. One more thing that I must tell you at this point, that the Shastra recognizes there are these three kinds of desires. All your desires can simply sit into these three categories. Putreshana, Vitteshana and Lokeshana. Putreshana means desire for progeny. Vitteshana means the desire for wealth. And Lokeshana is a desire for well-being here and also hereafter, in the Loka. All your desires you can accommodate in these three categories. Therefore, it will become very easy to handle then after. Just have these three. Putra, Vitta and Loka. Eshana means desire. Whether and at certain point, certain desire may be very prominent. Then after it will be replaced by another desire. So that what you felt was important and wanted to have once upon a time, it just becomes insignificant after some time. And therefore it can be replaced, modified. But one thing that continues is that whether I'm wanting to have a car, a child, wealth, whatever, I want fulfillment is something which is a continuous, like a drone. In music, there is drone at the back. Is not it? It is not music, but the whole music is based on that. It runs continuously. Anusyuta. It goes continuously. I want that. And the Upanishad then came to your rescue and said that what is being searched is this meaning of word I. Now comes the problem, and the problem is that you already have the meaning of word I. The meaning of word I available to you is that I am an experiencer, I am a doer. And that what was told to you now is that the meaning of word I is that what is Purnam. Your meaning implies that what is incomplete, and here comes that what is complete. You always have thought that I will become complete. There is some process through which I will become complete, I will find fulfillment. And we are saying the statement is not that you will become Brahman. The statement is Tattvamasi, you are Brahman. Which means it is not talking about something that is an event or an experience in the future, but it is something, a fact available at this moment. And if it is a fact, which means that it can be known, it can be verified, you can see that. So now over here, we have these two statements. And when these statements are put for verification, an analysis is made. This analysis is what we call as Shravana and Manana. In the Shravana means just not listening. It is coming to a conclusion. Shravana is not simply listening, and listening with attention also does not become Shravana. The definition of word Shravana is Tatparya Nishchayaha. The definition of word Shravanam is Tatparya Nishchayaha or Tatparya Nirnayaha. This is what is finally being concluded. Shri Krishna begins to speak, and he continues his discourse through 700 verses. Is not that? And he goes about dealing with several topics of karma, bhakti, samadhi, mukti, papa, punya, upasana, vibhutis. What all topics are covered? Now the question is that though you have spoken about all these things, but what is it that you exactly have been wanting to convey? There was definitely something which he wants to convey. That what he wanted to convey, for which he brought up several topics, put them together. That basic teaching is the conclusion. If you are able to conclude that through the understanding by listening to the Upanishad, then this conclusive understanding is called as Shravanam. Shravanam is not complete, or Shravanam just does not take place if you are listening. Is not called Shravanam. Shravanam means it is a cognition which takes place. It is Tatparya Nirnaya, Tatparya Nishchaya. So then we come to understand that Upanishad definitely wants to say Atma is Brahman. Upanishad wants to say that Atma is Brahman. But here is a problem. And the problem is that yes, Upanishad says that this self, that what I refer to with the word I, is a Purnam. Yet, there is one thing, and that is I am not able to understand how is it possible. There is certain discrepancy. There is a discrepancy. And this gap between what is shown to you and what you already know, there is a gap. This gap is then comes like a doubt. This is called as a doubt, where the link is not being able to, you are not able to establish the link. That itself, this state of mind, then becomes a doubt, where both the things have an equal weightage. That Yes, Upanishad saying that Atma is Brahman is true. But at the same time, I find that I am experiencer, I am a doer, I am doing something right and wrong, good and bad. And as a consequence, I am experiencing joys and sorrows. Papa Punya is there, Sukha Dukkha is there. So I am the Karta of Papa Punya and I am the Bhokta, experiencer of the joys and sorrows. Now here there are these two paksha, there are these two sides which are available, and both of them are equally, what do they say? Yes. Both the pakshas have equal weight. Both the sides have equal weight. And now therefore, this is called as doubt. Resolving the doubt. How do you resolve the doubt? The doubts are not resolved by telling you that have faith. Doubts don't get resolved by saying that have faith. You have faith and that's why you have doubt. If you did not have faith that what Upanishad is saying is true, you would not even have this doubt, how can I be Brahman? You would have discarded it by saying that that's nonsense. Because you have this faith in the Upanishad as the Pramana, now the doubt comes, and therefore doubt is not something which is blasphemous, which is bad, as projected. In fact, the first Brahma Sutra begins as Athato Brahma Jignasa. There is a doubt what that Brahman is. Kim tat Brahma? How can this Atma be Brahman? This doubt is held because this is the prerequisite for the knowledge to take place. Now the analysis would begin. This analysis then is called as Mananam. This is called as Mananam. Mananam is not repetition. Just to repeat Aham Brahma, Aham Brahma, Aham Brahma would become Japa. Mananam is not called as Japa. Mananam is this employing the logical process. Mananam is employing that process through which the doubt can be resolved. A rational, a logic needs to be brought in. And that's why we are not saying that, give up logic and stop thinking rationally if you are spiritual. That is not the thing. In fact, this is a prerequisite you will require. In Viveka Chudamani, Bhagavan Shankaracharya writes, how should that student be? He says, Uhapoha vichakshanaha. He should be an adept with uhapoha, uha and upa uha, uhapoha. He should be able to bring logic from both the sides, and now let him go ahead and come to a conclusion. Uhapoha vichakshana. Mananam. So when the knowledge is free from doubts and any contradiction, then that knowledge becomes capable of removing the ignorance completely. Come back to this example. This is the most perfect example. You are not going to find a better example than this. Which one? Rajju Sarpa. Has to be the Rajju Sarpa. Without Rajju Sarpa, there is no Vedanta. Maybe we use Rajju Sarpa more than Tattvamasi. Seeing the snake or experiencing the snake is only because you did not know that it is a rope. Not knowing the rope is ignorance. And that ignorance itself modifies and appears as the snake. The rope has not modified into the snake. Rope remains rope. It was rope, it is rope, and it will be a rope. So in all the three periods of time, rope is a rope. Rope was not a snake. Rope is not a snake. Rope cannot become a snake. So the possibility of it being a snake is not there in all the three periods of time. It is a rope. Not knowing it is a rope is ignorance. Now this ignorance itself changes, modifies, and projects itself as the snake. Right? Now you are seeing the snake. Say suppose a person whom you trust, let's say your father comes and says that it's not a snake, it's a rope. Okay? The light is still inadequate in the room, but your father tells you that it is a rope. You know, you trust your father's words that it is a rope. You trust. You stand over there, but you still have doubts. When he says it is a rope, it can be a rope, but it also could be a snake. It can be a rope and it could be a snake. In both the statements have equal weight, and therefore this state is the state of doubt. Though there is knowledge that it is a rope, yet that knowledge has not become a firm knowledge because there is presence of doubt. There is a presence of doubt. It may be a snake, sir, I don't know. And it could be, well, I feel that it is moving and it is calling me. Nagina version. You know? Shridevi type snake calling you. Then there is even viparyaya, the contradictory feeling. Now this contradictory feeling supports the doubt, provides the fuel to the doubt. And therefore, whenever the knowledge is infested with doubt and contradiction, which means samshaya and viparyaya, wherever the knowledge has got samshaya and viparyaya in its womb, that knowledge is not able to remove the ignorance. You have concluded that the Upanishad has to say that Atma is Brahman, but you have doubts, and along with the doubts, you also have the viparyaya that I am a doer. Someday I will meditate and have Brahma Sakshatkar. That is what you are saying, right? One day I am going to meditate, and then Brahma Sakshatkar I will have. So, in which you are emphasizing that you still are an experiencer. You are an experiencer. I am going to do this samadhi abhyasa, as a result of which I am going to experience. So which means the continuity of I as the doer and the experiencer perpetuates, keeps going ahead. I want to experience that I am not an experiencer. I want to experience that state in which I can experience I am not the experiencer. An oxymoron. Vadato vyaghata dosha. This is an vadato vyaghata dosha. The moment a statement is made, it is nullified, useless. Then, when this happens, therefore now to remove doubt and the what do they call? Viparyaya, samshaya and viparyaya, you have these two processes, manana and nididhyasanam. Okay? Manana and nididhyasanam. What is that nididhyasanam meant for? To remove the viparyaya from that knowledge. Knowledge is that I am Brahman. The moment you have heard it from the teacher Tattvamasi, this knowledge already has taken place. It already has taken place. It is not that, well, my teacher said, but I don't have the knowledge. No, it is already there. It is there. Only thing is that the presence of samshaya, viparyaya over there needs to be resolved. But my teacher has not blessed me with that experience of Brahman. Hey, come on. Don't talk nonsense. The moment the teacher said Tattvamasi, that knowledge is there, now only removing that samshaya viparyaya is left behind. Remove.
So can you explain viparyaya once again?
Viparyaya means viparita bhavana. Okay? Viparyaya means viparita bhavana, the feeling, the contradictory feeling. This is a table, and to feel that this is a table is in tandem with the object. True? This is a table, and then also to feel that this is a table, there is a bhavana involved, is in tandem with it. But say suppose looking at the table, I start feeling that this is a bus, this is a refrigerator. Now, viparita bhavana. You see the rope, but you feel that it is a snake. This is viparita bhavana. What you are seeing is Brahman, and what you are concluding is that there is this Jagat and this is a Jiva. That's why Kenopanishad Shruti says, Pratibodha viditam matam, there is in every experience of yours, Parmeshwara is revealed. What you are experiencing is Parmeshwara and nothing else. Because there is nothing else other than Parmeshwara. If you're going to be there in the evening classes over there for the Kaivalya Upanishad, there is this line that whatever is seen as the experienced object, the experiencer, and the equipment through which the experiencer experiences the object, all these things is nothing but Brahman. Okay? Now here we go. So he is whose knowledge, he who sees that this is brahmaiva satyam, and that this Atma is Brahman, without any doubt, without any viparyaya. Now what is left for him to achieve, do, get? The fulfillment, the contentment is complete. Then does he become a rock and sit over there? No, there is nothing like rock. The body-mind equipment continues to interact with the world and respond to the world as it is programmed to respond. Okay? Very important line Vivian remember Maharaji would say that ज्ञान अज्ञान को निवृत्त करता है, व्यवहार का उच्छेद नहीं करता. That means the knowledge removes the ignorance. Knowledge does not disrupt your transaction. Now those people, we come across, they say, well, if you see everything is Brahman, then your roti is also Brahman, this stone is also Brahman, why don't you eat stone? What logic is this? What logic is this? You are eating Brahman or you are eating roti? You first of all tell that. Roti is also Brahman, rock is also Brahman, but what are you eating? What is the vyavahara? What is that? So knowledge removes ignorance, knowledge does not disrupt the vyavahara, the transaction. Knowledge can direct your vyavahara, but it does not disrupt. So the body and mind which is equipped, which is programmed to respond to the world in a particular way, it continues to respond. But there is one thing which will happen, and that is, because this person finds that he is fulfilled, there is nothing much wanted, and therefore there will be a natural uparama. There will be a natural withdrawal. This withdrawal we call as sannyas. There will be a nivritti which is called as sannyas. That sannyasa is based on this knowledge that the karta, the doer, his karma and the karma phala, everything then is nullified, falsified, and therefore there is this concept of sannyas. Okay? Now he says, now look at this. I'm bringing you to the bhashyam. Those who can, the previous shloka 23. Tyaktva karma phala sangam iti anena shlokena yaprarabdha karma san yada nishkriya brahmatma darshana sampannaha syat tada tasya atmanaha kartru karma prayojana bhavadarshinaha karma parityage prapte kutaschin nimitta tadasambhave sati purvavat tasmin karmani abhipravrittasyapi naiva kinchit karoti saha iti karma bhavaha pradarshitaha. Found that line? 23, 22.
22.
He says, now a person who has reached, for whom this knowledge is clear, for whom this cognition that Atma is Brahman is absolutely clear, but he is not able to take to sannyasa because of some prarabdha. He has to stay in the grihasthashrama. Okay? And that means that the knowledge can take place in grihasthashrama too. Knowledge can take place in grihasthashrama too. Why there is that concept of sannyasa, we will discuss sometime. But as of now, so over here, Bhagavan Shri Krishna as well as Bhagavan Shankaracharya, both of them are telling you very clearly that iti anena shlokena yaprarabdha karmasan, and then in spite of him having that prarabdha karma, means the one who has begun the karma, living that karma, certain. Now you are a family person, you have responsibilities, you just cannot give them up halfway through and say, come on, now I'm enlightened, I'm going away, bye-bye. You can't. You're going to say, well, I have a wife, I have my children, I got to look after them. I have certain responsibility. Prarabdha karmasan yada nishkriya brahmatma darshana sampannaha syad, and he becomes he gets endowed with this Brahma Darshanam, knows. And then, because for knowing you don't require anything else, all that you require is the equipment through which the knowledge takes place and your alignment with that equipment. All this, just this much is required, and this is, knowledge takes place. There is no mysticism, there is no jadoo about it. Just as your eyes are an instrument and equipment for the knowledge of colors and forms to take place, when you have this equipment and there is adequate light, then and the eyes are open, so the contact with the object takes place and the knowledge of that object is had. Knowledge of color and form, the shape, etc. is had. What did you do in that? There is nothing to be done. Knowledge takes place only when you have the appropriate instrument. Over here, the instrument is Tatvamasi Mahavakya. That you have that Shabda as the Pramana, and the mind behind it is not agitated to distort the knowledge, which means the mind is calm and clear, and then you listen to the words of the teacher. The moment you listen, the knowledge is done. Brahma darshana sampannaha syat, nishkriya brahmatma darshana sampannaha syat, then what happens to him? To him now, kartru, that I am a karta, I am the doer, this is falsified. And this activity is the karma. Just activity is not called as karma. Movement is not karma. The movement or activity becomes a karma only when it is associated with doership. Otherwise, the fan is also moving. The movement of the fan is not karma. It is just a movement. So also the body-mind equipment is receiving the stimulus and responding to the stimulus. It is something that is it is happening as programmed. But that activity becomes a karma only when there is a presence that I am the karta. So the karta is falsified. The karma is falsified. The prayojanam, that if you go to Swargaloka, you will get some sukha. He says that sukha I am. Even the Swargaloka, that whatever are the enjoyments of the Swargaloka become joyful because of my light. Because I lend that light, and hence it all becomes Sukharupa. That is what I am. Where should I go asking for Sukham? Should I go to Swarga or should I go to Martyaloka? Where should I go asking, make me little Sukhi, make me little joyful? And therefore there is no Prayojanam also. So now here he says, what has happened? What has happened is that kartru, karma and prayojana abhava darshanaha. Now look at those words totally together. Who is he? He is brahmatma-darshi. Okay? Who is seeing that Atma is Brahman, is brahmatma-darshi. No, he who sees Atma is Brahman. There is Bhashyakara Bhagavan is giving one more thing to make the whole picture clear, and he says that he sees abhava, not there. Of all these three, karta, karma and prayojana, phalam. क्या फल? क्या भोगने के लिए कहाँ जाओगे जब मैं भोगता ही नहीं? And therefore, karma parityage prapte, and therefore now there is nothing to be done, nothing needs to be done. So the sannyasa is a natural sannyasa which has come to him through this knowledge. There are two types of sannyasa. Sannyasa being taken for knowledge, and sannyasa which is the product of knowledge. There are two types. So the first one is called as the vividisha sannyasa, the second is called as the vidvat sannyasa. Post-knowledge. For knowledge and post-knowledge. So now, karma parityage prapte. Now he can. The karma has lost its significance altogether. Along with the karta, along with the prayojana, the karma has lost its significance. So therefore, karma parityage prapte kutaschid nimittat tad asambhave. Because of some reason, there can be some reason, asambhava. It is not possible that he can take to sannyas. This is admitted. Now what happens over there? That jnani, that wise man, seems to be engaged in the activities as before. As a grihastha, you are going to see him taking care of his wife, his children, his job, whatever. As a grihastha, he is seen like that. Karmani abhipravrittasyapi purvavat, as he always has been doing, purvavat tasmin karmani abhipravrittasyapi karma bhavaha. There is no really karma. He seems to be engaged, but there is no karma, because that understanding that the I is not karta is Brahman, and therefore this very understanding falsifies the karma. There is karma bhava for him. Yasya evam karma bhavaha darshitaha tasya eva. Now for such a person, this shloka number 23 has begun. Okay? Because from 23 only you jump into 24. It is not a something statement that is coming out of blue. No teacher speaks without some form of, what do they say, coherence. There has to be that coherence. Yasya evam karma bhava darshitaha tasya eva gata sangasya. So now what is that shloka? It says gata sangasya muktasya jnanavasthita chetasaha yajñaya charata karma samagram praviliyate. Such a person who is gata sanga means the one from whose heart the attachment to the karma phala has gone away. Attachment to the karma phala means I will be happy when I get it. So you are admitting that I am not happy at this moment. Something that is going to come later on is going to make an addition to this I. So you find that this I is lacking, is incomplete, and will become complete by addition of something. And therefore I want it because it is going to give me that sense of completeness. I want it, and therefore there is going to be attachment to the karma phala. Okay? Gata sangasya. What do you require? Do you require money to find that you are complete? Do you require applaud from people to find that you are complete? I am. Whether anybody recognizes, does not recognize, whether I get or don't get, that Atma, that I, is complete. is his knowledge. He sees it, and therefore gata sangaha, that attachment, something should get, next moment I should get a lottery, win a lottery. Hey, something in the next moment, somewhere, something is going to make me complete, fulfilled. This idea does not remain, and therefore gata sangaha, vigata sangaha means the one from whom the sangha has gone away. The attachment has gone away. Gata sangasya. How is he? Muktasya. Mukta means the one who is liberated. So of course, Bhagavan Shri Krishna is talking about Jivan Mukti over here. The one who is liberated whilst living. We are not talking about a posthumous liberation. Muktasya. Jnanavasthitachetasaha. The one whose mind is well rooted in that knowledge. Chetasaha. Jnana means knowledge. Avasthita, rooted, firmly established. And then yajñāya charatah karma, then he may be doing things for yajna. Means, that Vedic lifestyle of doing the yajna, every grihastha was required to do the yajna. Whatever a grihastha actually does is yajna. You recognize and that becomes a yajna, otherwise it just becomes, without a recognition, it is living an ordinary life. You are sacrificing something for the children, for the husband is sacrificing something for the wife. You are living that way. Hey, there is a whole list of all the spiritual disciplines which was mentioned to you in the 4th chapter. All the various yajnas were mentioned. So now that grihastha who is living that Vedic lifestyle, over there, karma samagram praviliyate, the entire karma, entire samagram karma viliyate, praviliyate, gets dissolved. Gets dissolved means now that karma does not become responsible to give him any future birth. And birth means between birth and death there is sukha and dukkha. In fact, if you go to some of the older Mahatmas, they are going to say that there is nothing but dukkha and dukkha and dukkha and dukkha. There are intervals of sukha. Garva dukkha, being there confined in that womb, garva dukkham, janma dukkham, taking birth, then growing up itself is a dukkham, because your parents are going to tell you, do this, don't do this. Sanyoga dukkham, viyoga dukkham, by associating with someone, dukkham. And the fellow whom you like goes away, viyoga dukkham. So sanyoga dukkham, viyoga dukkham, and then the dukkham of growing old. अब घुटने दर्द कर रहे, बोल रहे हैं, दुखम, जरा दुखम, रोग दुखम, and then marana dukham. What is this? This is all your story. Dukham. Buddha, Gautam Buddha, the Buddhist philosophy, they say sarvam dukham. In Vedanta we say sarvam khalvidam brahma. Buddha says that sarvam dukham. We say Are Baba sarvam khalvidam brahma. And then this is still Vedanta is pessimist. How? Buddha says in your life everything is filled with dukkham only. And we are saying that there is nothing but Parameshwara alone. How then Vedanta is more pessimist? I mean, those who have to call it pessimist, I don't know what standards do they apply to call it pessimist. Sarvam khalvidam brahma. There is nothing else but Parameshwara alone. Sukharupa. And then samagram praviliyate, that karma is dissolved completely for such a person. Okay? So now he is a grihastha, he is a householder who is engaged in day-to-day activities. Of course, and those activities are following dharma, okay? Because adharma will take place only wherever there is excess of desire. Wanting to earn money is a desire. There is nothing wrong. If you want to earn money, go ahead and earn money. But then, because I want to have money, if I decide to loot, kill, plunder, murder, what is that? Adharma. Why are you? What is it that is forcing you to do such horrendous activity? It is excess of desire. So where does adharma take place? Adharma takes place wherever there is excess of desire. We are talking about a brahmajnani where forget about excess of desire, not even the legitimate desire. He has no desire at all, and yet he is functioning in the world. Now you please tell, is there any possibility that through this brahmajnani there can be anything that is wrong that can ever happen? And therefore those who are saying that, well, because he is a master he can do anything, all such ideas do not exist. His life will be perfectly in tandem with dharma. It will be perfectly in tandem, resonate with dharma. It cannot be otherwise. Satyam. So he lives yajñāya charatah karma samagram praviliyate. Now this karma does not become a bondage for him. Now question comes, well sir, we have always thought that karma will deliver its results. Is not it? Karma will deliver its result. No matter who you are, whether you are a president of a country or just an ordinary citizen of a country, nobody can ever escape the clause of karma. It will come back as with its phalam. Right? Then how has he escaped? What happened that he has escaped those clause of karma? What did he do? What has he seen? What has he known for which he has found his way out? To explain this begins the shloka number 24. Now you see, where is the shloka number 24 coming from? This is what he wanted to say. For a brahmajnani, how does he escape? What happened, sir? What happened? What has he known that this karma cannot bind him down now. And this is this shloka. Okay? Kasmat punah karanat kriyamanam karma swakaryarambha kurvat samagram praviliyate iti. Sir, why? What happened? Kasmat punah karanat. What was that reason? That kriyamanam karma, the karma that he is doing, punya karma only, but the punya karma, whether it is a punya karma or a papa karma, it is bound to bring the results. It is bound to bring the result. And therefore, even punya karma is also a bandhanam, a bondage, because it though it will take you to some higher worlds, higher forms of existence, yet it will keep you bound. It will keep you bound. It will make compulsory that you are born in some higher worlds, which means you still continue a relative existence, a small limited existence. Then swakaryarambham akurvat, without delivering its result. How did it allow him to escape? Samagram praviliyate. And that not only that he has escaped the karma, that karma by itself completely, samagram means phalena saha, along with the phala of that karma, is dissolved, like evaporated, praviliyate, vilayam. As if evaporated, gone. Sir, how is the question? And to answer this, and therefore he says, yataha, because brahmārpaṇaṁ brahma haviḥ brahmagnau brahmāṇā hutam brahmaiva tena gantavyam brahma-karma-samādhinā. There is the shloka which answers this question. So the background, the question and answer to this question is brahmārpaṇaṁ. Okay? Enough. 1 घंटा हो गया.